welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Monique. Monique is a real estate agent with Pinnacle Estate Properties. So today we're going to be talking about the personal private information that goes into a real estate transaction and what the obligations of an agent are to do to protect those. So you have a niche where you focus on trust and estate transactions. And so when you're handling those, what confidentiality and privacy issues do you need to address?
Well, Jennifer, I think it's pretty much the same regardless whether it's a standard transaction, meaning just a person selling their home, if it's a trust, and even if it's a probate, the transaction should always be limited to the principals, which include the buyer and the seller, the two agents involved, which would be the listing agent and the buyer or selling agent,
Right.
escrow and title. And it's on an as-need to know basis, and nobody else should be privy other than perhaps an estate attorney.
Right. I mean, that's one of the things people don't understand sometimes about the escrow process is that escrows are confidential. So like if someone calls an escrow company, the escrow company is supposed to not admit that they even have the file unless they're talking to a party. Now, obviously in a probate, we have a public probate, but
Right.
that's not going to be quite so private.
Right.
But you know, you're talking to people, they're giving you personal information, and you're going to see loan documents sometimes with all kinds of private information. So how do you maintain your files? What do you do to make sure that you're protecting what data comes in your files?
Well, the data that comes in, particularly like if it's a proof of funds, I usually download it and then I delete the email and remove it from my trash
Right.
in case I ever get hacked, which has never happened. But I do that. I work out of a home office, so there's nobody else looking at my files.
Right.
And most of the files are on the computer.
Right.
And my computer is secure.
Right.
You
So
know, it's
using
firewalls.
a secure server, whatever kind
Yes.
of method you're using, and managing where you're sending and receiving information, all of those are going to be key to making sure you're not going to be the place where a breach or a bad guy comes in.
No, it's never happened.
Right. And that's the role of an agent, to be a part of the security system in a transaction. So if someone wants to do a deal and needs some help with security, how can they reach out to you?
They can contact me at my website, which is Los Angeles Probate Real Estate Sales.com, or they can call me at area code 818-430-6705.
Great. So thank you, Monique, for joining me.
You're welcome, Jennifer.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. We'll see you soon.